Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-May 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aquarius collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for our beautiful Aquarius friends in mid-May? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? Yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aquarius in mid-May. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's get this card out nice and quick for our good friends. And yeah, we are moving through Taurus season. We're getting very close to Gemini. That's in a few days, at least at the time of this filming. I don't know when you're watching. Okay, very dreamy, very, very dreamy type of energy. And this card does seem pretty simple, but there is actually a lot going on when you look at the deeper aspects of it. And that's the kind of stuff I like. I like when there's this hidden symbolism or hidden message, which I think is really cool. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So as you can see, gorgeous image here. We have this lady. It looks like she's in a fetal position or some sort of yogic pose. Beautiful etheric background, and above her is a clock, but that clock is shooting its numbers off, right? Like, so to me, this is just like very dreamy, very etheric, super spiritual. We have the still water here. So there's something about this that's very soothing and calm. It's like the void state. I'm not sure if you're big into meditation, but sometimes when you get so deep into meditation, it's like you're in a void. That's how this feels to me. Now, that could be a great thing. There's like a nice, calm serenity with this card, but it is also very dreamy. So whenever I say it, watch your dreams, make sure you're getting proper rest, relaxation, and sleep. But this could also represent creativity and the mind. It's like we're stepping outside of time, right? Like when I see the clock with the numbers flying off, it represents time being an illusion to me. So it's like we're taking a step out of time and into the infinite. There's just something so deep about this card and this energy in the big picture of things. So yes, we love the creativity, we love the imagination. The big downside with this card, though, is absolutely with the head in the clouds or overthinking things. So just watch out for that in this time. Definitely watch your dreams. That's another thing. But we're going to let her chill right there. I mean, if you're pursuing any like spiritual things like meditation, yoga, prayer, whatever it might be, that's a highly favored activity. But let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. Shuffle it up one time here for my beautiful Aquarius friends. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. So it was titled The Big Return. Now, that doesn't always just represent people. It could represent situations. It could represent cycles. It could represent habits, like you name it, to me, or just things that are similar to cycles you've been through in the past. So if in the last week nothing has popped back up, maybe that's a good thing, but just know that the door could still be open because the energy could bleed over for a couple weeks. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for my Aquarius friends. What's happening? Yeah, just watch out for things popping back in, popping back up. Nice and quick. Cool. 2 of Pentacles. There's something about this is similar to that for some reason today for me, because it's very simple and harmonious and calm and serene. But then we have the things like the infinity symbol where it's like, okay, that seems simple, but is it? Let's get a couple more here. That might be a theme in your reading this week where it's like, it seems simple, but is it really? Okay, Knight of Swords, position number 2. That is one of your power cards. That could be a good thing. Let's get one more. Big action with that guy. Let's get one more here for Aquarius. Let's see what's happening. 9 of Pentacles. Cool. So I am still picking up this little vibe of like calm on the surface, but more going on underneath. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, you know me, I always love to look at the elements. I feel like that frames the reading and tells us how the energy could flow. And we have an intriguing mixture of earth and air. Now, part of this energy is extremely comfortable for you, especially the air right in the center. But when it comes to the earth, that can represent a lot of different things. So it could be security and stability, whether you're feeling safe, secure, stable. It could represent routine, day to day life, what you do on a regular basis. All that stuff is with Earth. Think of work, money, business, finance. Could be home and family. So whenever I see the earthy energy, I think of the world around us. And the downside to Earth is that it doesn't move quickly. It's very slow, detailed, meticulous, and it could sometimes leave you feeling stuck in a rut, stuck in a corner between a rock and a hard place. So we want to see what's going on with this. In the center, we have air. That is your power element. That's your comfort zone because everyone knows Aquarius, although you are the water bearer, you are technically an air sign. And air rules over a logical, pragmatic mindset. When I see it, it's very logical, straightforward to the point. It's extremely intelligent. Air energy could represent either giving, receiving, or searching for information, right? Because with the air, that's how information flows. Communication is a huge thing with the air element. It's very cerebral, thinks things through. So when we get to the downside of air, it could represent that overthinking or dwelling on something. Sometimes air can also be very cold and detached. So you see what I mean? Like I'm not sure how they play off of each other, but let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, we're starting with the Two of Pentacles. And we see our pal here with that funny shaped hat with the Two of Pentacles that are in the shape of an infinity symbol, right? And he's juggling, he's balancing, he's doing this whole act. Now, I always say when it comes to all twos in tarot and numerology, they could represent decisions, choices, being at a crossroads, partnerships, all that can be in play. But the Two of Pentacles is actually one of the better twos. It's right up there with the Two of Cups, where it represents harmony. It represents balance. So if things have been a little wild, things have been a little wonky, the Two of Pentacles is always a welcome sight because it tells us, okay, things are starting to balance. Rarely in life is everything perfectly balanced, but we could get pretty damn close. And that's what this card does. So if it's a choice, if it's a decision, it's normally the right one when this card is here. Now, this card does have a downside because what's he doing? He's juggling, right? So sometimes when I see this card, it could be someone that has too much on their plate, too much on their mind, too much responsibility. They're just doing too much, too much. There's so much I have to do. I'm getting overwhelmed. How am I going to get this finished? So watch out for overwhelm when this card is here because this guy could just have a lot on his plate. And then obviously with the infinity symbol, this could be karmic archetypes as well, spiritual. And we're going to look into that. Now, moving to the center, as we get this dude with the funny shaped hat right back here by the amethyst crystal, we move into a card that has a lot of pep in its step. We have our good pal, the Knight of Swords. Now, as I mentioned, this is one of your power cards. It could represent you. Remember, it's not gender specific. So when we clarified, it could tell us something that's coming towards you, the way you might be feeling. Knights, to me, they represent communication and they also represent action. And out of all the knights, the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving one, where it's like there are no brakes on this sucker. Like he's going full throttle, full steam. So it's fast, it's very rapid, it's very sudden. So we do want to keep a close eye on this Knight of Swords. I like it because there's a lot of determination, there's a lot of grit when it comes to this card. But the downside to the Knight of Swords, sometimes it could be a little too aggressive. Sometimes it could be a little too pushy. Sometimes it could be a little confrontational. So you see what I mean? Like all these energies on the outer sides, especially when I explain this next one, calm, chill, nothing to see here. But there's a burning intensity with this Knight of Swords in the center. So we need to see what's up with him, whether he's good, bad, or indifferent. And again, it could just be a conversation of some sort. It doesn't have to be like this whole big thing, but it's powerful. It's powerful, it's fast, and it's just amped up. Moving to the back end, we do have another chill vibe, right? We have the Nine of Pentacles. We see this lady, she's chilling in her yard, surrounded by her pentacles. She has her pet bird. She's loving life, living life. Beautiful. This is a nice energy of abundance, blessings, wins, victories, someone that's content. That's a beautiful thing. So she's not like this Knight of Swords in the center. This energy is content where it is for whatever reason. This is also a card of independence where it's like, I don't need any help. I'll do it myself. This is a huge card that shows up for entrepreneurs as well, people that are doing their own little business ventures. So I like her. And she can, again, just represent wins and victories because she wins. The downside to her, she could be very, very set in her ways. She could be very stubborn. This could be an energy that seems immovable. So we do want to look at her and look deeper into the aspects. And there's this other theme of her being so close to something yet so far. That's like in the deeper aspects of her symbolism. It's like, ah, so close. I'm almost at the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, I could be met. So close yet so far. So I want to dive deeper on all this, Aquarius. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What's happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive, the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your based knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the Two of Pentacles. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aquarius, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, why is that Two of Pentacles here? Why is... All right, that is so unique. So we have the Three of Wands in reverse underneath this. It's like playing possum for some reason. It is an energy that seems to be laying low, which I think could be a good thing depending on your situation. Now, usually the Three of Wands, to me, it's a big card of manifestation. So like when I see the Two of Pentacles with the Three of Wands, whatever is meant for me will be meant for me. Whatever flows to me will flow to me. It is kind of one of those energies where it's just trying to be in that flow state. So I like that. That's a good thing. But at the same time, the Three of Wands can also represent anticipation, wanting something to happen, being so close yet so far. There is that kind of archetype showing up underneath the surface. But when I see the Two of Pentacles with the Three of Wands, it's like playing possum or laying low. That's the best way I could put it. So for some Aquariuses, that might be advice from spirits. I like, all right, you're dealing with this situation, lay low for a minute. Lay low for a minute. Don't rock the boat. Or maybe there's someone you're connected to that might be in that type of mode where it's like, all right, I'm not going to show Aquarius how much I'm affected by this. It's kind of like an energy that's playing something off a little bit, aside from the flow state. So I guess it depends on your story. And I read for a lot of Aquarius as either one of these could fit. But Three of Wands could also be travel and distance, all that stuff. We don't need to get into all the fine details of the card, but usually it's like the ship's about to come in, something's about to happen, or manifesting it too. So again, when I see it in reverse, either it's an energy that's just laying low, staying in its own lane. I mean, for some Aquariuses, that might be a mode you're into where it's like, no, things are quiet over here, things are cool here. I'm in my lane, cool. That's it. But for another portion of you, I don't know why it's playing possum. So we're going to keep going. We're going to see what the Knight of Swords has. That's so unique. I don't think I've ever gotten something like that in a general. I've gotten it in personal readings, not generals. But why is the Knight of Swords here for my Aquarius friends? What is happening? Just all at once. All at once. Okay, so the energy is also in out. Like there is this like second guessing too. So I'm getting multiple messages. Again, you just take what hits for you. We have the Eight of Cups in the upright, where this energy just seems to spring into action. And I feel like I've seen that for you in recent weeks. I'm not exactly sure when. Something very similar for the Libra reading this week, where it's like the energy just boom, just springs into action completely out of the blue. So whether it's like surprising or unexpected action, that's kind of how it feels to me, where it's like quiet, playing possum, laying low, boom, now's the time to strike. Boom, now's the time to do this or take this action or make it happen. But there is also this doubting. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I come in? Should I go out? Dark, light, positive, negative. Like there's this weighing going on, especially with what we have here in the front. Now, the Eight of Cups is normally walking away from things. So there could also be this message. I was getting this in another sign recently too, where it's like if there is a situation where you pressure it too much, there is this fight response where it's like play it cool, play it cool. If you pressure it too much, it's going to go away. It's like hunting something where it's like, all right, if you make too much noise, you're going to scare it away. I don't know why that's coming through Aquarius. So we got action. We got a lot of sudden movement, sudden action happening here, that's for sure. But I also have this little in, out thing. I want to see what's up with the Nine of Pentacles to see where the resolution is. That's for sure. But this could also be something where it's like all at once, too, which might be good for some of you, where it's like quiet, 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 boom, everything all at once. Let's go in on the Nine of Pentacles. We'll see what she has, and we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Nine of Pentacles here for my beautiful Aquarius friends? Yeah, that's super unique. Super unique this week. Okay. Yeah, this... All right. there is good energy coming in. I could absolutely say that, my friends. So we do have a win or a payoff in the end, that's for sure. So notice we got double eights here. We got the two of pentacles with also that figure eight. So we do have like this karmic archetype that is in the undertone. I'm not going to say that it's the main biggest part of the reading. Now, when I see the eight of pentacles, it's an energy that puts in a lot of effort. It is one of the bigger cards when it comes to work, what you do for a living, how you earn a living, things that you put effort into. So it is tied closely to career. But look, we have the working and then we have the result. So this can absolutely be a win, a payoff, a blessing of some sort that whatever you work towards, eventually you will reap the rewards of it. And especially with the karmic energy, reaping what you sow. So it could be a karmic blessing or a payoff. Yes, all that could be in play. But another thing, the Eight of Pentacles, when it comes to any situation, whether work or even personal, it's like, I want to fix this. I want to put energy into this. I want to put a lot of effort in. So I still think there is something where if you try too hard, it's like grabbing a bar of soap in the shower where it's like slippery, where it's like if you try to grab that bar of soap hard, the soap is going to fly out the damn window. So there is something here where Spirit's like, don't force it. Don't force it. Just work towards it or put energy into it, manifest it, whatever it is that you're doing, but do not force it. Do not force a square peg into a round hole. There is this energy of a payoff, though, or a blessing that I really do like on the back end. But there is still this energy of, but I'm so close, that almost perfect. I don't know what it could be. Um, let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. So at least we had a very positive end to the reading, which I think is super claimable. But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have the Two of Pentacles with the Three of Wands, and that is like a playing possum, laying low type of energy. So for some of you, that could be advice from Spirit, like, all right, just lay low for a minute, Aquarius. Just pull your energy back a little bit. For some of you, might just be in your own bubble. In the center, yeah, and this energy, it's like I'm pretending I don't want something, even though I do. But in the center, we have the Knight of Swords with the Eight of Cups in the upright. A lot of intense energy all at once. So again, watch out for a lot of action at once. But there's also this doubting, like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I go up or should I go down? It's like an energy that does feel a little bit torn. So it's like this. It's like trying to bottle things in. So just like we saw here on the back end, don't force a damn thing in this time. Don't apply too much pressure. I'm a big action person, especially since I have Aries placements, where I feel like, hey, if I want something, I have to do something. I want to take action. I want to push this forward. I feel like if you pushed something or someone a little too hard this time, you're not going to get the result that you want. If anything, you might get the reverse. Onto the back end, we have the Nine of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, there is a reward, there is a payoff or a win or victory, whatever damn label we want to put on it. But at the same time, it's like so close, but don't pressure it. Don't pressure it. Don't push too hard. Do not force. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Aquarius friends. And yeah, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. Let's get your one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's get this shadow card out. What do we got? What do we got for Aquarius in the shadows? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, the Chariot. And this Chariot energy is very similar to what we have right in the center of the spread, because the Chariot is the fastest moving card, right? It's very intense. It's like right up there with the Tower and Judgment. There's just an energetic intensity, kind of like what we were picking up here in the center, that just that all at once. Now, this could be someone from the Cancer Collective, the Cancerians. But to me, the Chariot is determined, can't stop, won't stop, and it can force things for sure. So I think this is the better mode in the front, where it's like whatever will be the energy of letting it flow. Because with this in the shadows, trying too hard or forcing something too hard, or it doesn't turn out as expected. That doesn't mean don't put in any effort. That doesn't mean don't put energy into things. But it's like, but if you try too hard, or if you try too hard to force something, you know when that's not a match. Deep down on the inside, you know when it's not a match. So we're just going to put this Chariot over here. It could also be confrontational, so watch to avoid any individuals that are too aggressive. So we're just going to put the chariot down right there, Aquarius. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation or you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a personal session at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. My May calendar is up and the spots go quick, so you might want to check it out. But for the May subscriber surprise, we're doing another winner's choice. I will choose 3 lucky subscribers to win either a copy of the Tarot of the Owls, beautiful deck, and it's really nice, or 3 custom made pendants from my website, mastermetaphysics.com. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, out of the cards that showed up in this week's reading, which one caught your attention most or resonated with you most. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in the posts tab. My friends, much love, and I'll talk to you soon.